today. From First Energy Stadium in Cleveland, Ohio.
Harrison Butker to kick off.
It's the AFC Divisional Round Playoffs on EA Sports.
Fielded in the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Here's the Cleveland offense, and here's Baker Mayfield, former Heisman Trophy winner, ready to go at quarterback.
All in all, he was pretty solid in the victory in the wild card round and threw a couple of touchdowns. And when it comes to quarterback play, you'd always love spectacular. But in the playoffs, you'll take solid. And that's exactly what they're looking for from him again in this contest.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Mayfield's pass.
Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice, get rid of it, live to fight another down.
And this may be a carbon copy as he'll again be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
Jones on the stop.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On third down, Mayfield uses the stiff arm over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's fourth down. And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away. Oh, able to avoid him. A great return there of 22 yards. And it's Chiefs football, first and 10.
At their own 47-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Here's Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce.
Mahomes pass.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now on second and 13, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. And this is incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time. And that takes us from second to third down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelce. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
Complete.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
Kansas City.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flushed out right. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown.
A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. I think that's the dream start right there. The defense stands up on the opening drive, then they go right down the field and score.
It's a positive start for your offense and your defense. And when you're talking about playoff football, what a great way to get things going.
Everything is magnified and amped up a little bit more.
To put it mildly.
makes the score Chiefs 8, Browns nothing.
And, of course, on the two-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Second drive coming up here for Cleveland as they return to the field on offense. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. Mayfield off the play fake. And this is complete on the comebacker. It's Landry. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy set the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run. Chubb. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No game.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers putting their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
Mayfield into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
1st and 10.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. We'll check on his status when we get back. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
2nd and 11. To throw, it's Mahomes, eluding the pressure right. And now he's going to use his legs. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
They go play fake. Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 1 quarter down, 8-0 the score. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Mahomes going to throw. Flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know, in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
1st and 10. At their own 25-yard line.
Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. Past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 75 yards. And the Browns are able to strike quickly for 6. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. Man, one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
And on the return, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on 1st down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. He's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's on Kelechi Osemele, the guard. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Now Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he takes this way down, deep into Cleveland territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A good display of power, but it will only get him just inside the 5 to the 4. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all.
The ball carrier.
It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A big one coming in this divisional round playoff, 3rd and goal. Here's Mahomes to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
The lane opens up that time as he'll be brought down just short of a first after a gain of about 9.
And that run there does nothing but juice up the guys who are moving the football. I mean, if you're an offensive lineman, people running it, actually the guy calling plays, you're almost jumping up and down in jubilation, aren't you?
Yeah, now you've got options on 2nd down.
And big-time options. You might want to think about play action and try and get something cheap right here over the top. I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. Gets this to Kareem Hunt, his running back. A good rally to the football, keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now Mayfield lost the football, and I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Alex Okafor.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. Calling a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
On 2nd down, a run with Edwards-Helaire. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational. You have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
Now Nick Chubb of the Browns gets set for their next possession. Now he's having himself a little bit of a banner game. His team right now, though, losing.
Needs a little bit of help, and I kind of equate it to a basketball game where you have the big score, and sometimes your strategy is, okay, he can go ahead and have all of his points. Let's hold down everyone else, and that's the way you win the game. And right now, he needs everyone else to start scoring, quote-unquote, as he's been.
Yeah, and he's hoping to keep it close so maybe they can keep it on the ground, not start to go through the air as much. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
First down, Mayfield. And he'll find Hall. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. The 40, 20, 10.
Don't worry about it, baby.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And we'll see if that pick six looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome? But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side, it deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
We put our attention now on the Chiefs' defense. And a big reason they did. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Chris Jones busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough. And the pressure gets to him again. Chris Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
And now, due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half.
Round 7.
Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. Now a hit and a loose football. And this is picked up by the Browns.
A fumble on the play. Recovered by the Browns.
Let's just call that play exactly what it is. Needed, because they wanted to get back in the game, and they knocked the ball free, and now they have a chance to do exactly that.
They got the chance. Now they have to take advantage. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through it, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
They go play action. Now Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Good work after the catch. Going to net them 23 and a first.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. He's got it. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown from 17 yards out. And this offense is running away with this one. Well, after their wild card round game last week, you and I said, wow, they played pretty well. Maybe they got a shot at keeping this one close. They've done more than keep this one close.
Yeah, they've made quite a statement, haven't they? And I don't know if it was the week off that hurt this defense, but they've been flat from the get-go. And that's always a coach's fear. Okay, you earn the open week.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Tyreek Hill, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And this offense continues to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Mahomes to throw once more. And he's got it. They add on more. A little salt in the wound. 2-point conversion makes this lead even bigger.
Personally, I'd rather see him kick the extra point there than to go for 2, but it almost feels like there's a story within the story here. I mean, this isn't college. You know, size of victory, that matters in those games. Here, all you have to do is win by 1 point. That's all that you need. Instead, they go for it, get 2. You got some pretty ticked off folks on the other sideline now.
They're on 25-yard line.
Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the third quarter. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be third and about the length of the football. They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
Cleveland Browns.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. This pass complete to Higgins. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they doubled it and get 10 here. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Play fake. Mayfield. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Baker Mayfield sacked.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And Mayfield again with the interception, his 3rd. Read it well, and it's picked. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
Now a toss left side for Edwards-Helaire. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 3rd down, here's Edwards-Helaire. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down. Give him the 3rd down conversion. 5 yards on the play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd quarter of play. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32.
Slam. Under 10. 10.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Steps away to his left. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Clyde Edwards-Helaire with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs have got it on cruise control. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
Now Mahomes to the line as the Chiefs are going to go for the 2-point try. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now back out comes the offense. And several days ago, you and I talked with a couple of guys in the meetings about how big is home field advantage. And they kind of downplayed it a bit, but I think we're seeing here today, building up this lead, looks like they're going to win. Why home field advantage in the divisional round so important?
Yeah, they may have downplayed it, but we could also sense that it was important to them because nothing has to change. You don't have to uproot anything. Sometimes when you're going on the road, you may have to even leave early in order to get acclimated if it's going to be a tough environment.
And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Chris Jones getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now here comes Kansas City. If they can finish this one out, they'll book a date in the AFC title game next Sunday. And it looks good so far as they try to run some clock here in this 4th quarter. Mahomes now on 1st down. Completes it to Hardman. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Have confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You just go ahead and play.
And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it.
Brown 7.
So as it turns out, a two-play drive resulting in the field goal. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Fields it in the middle of the end zone, and it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Ready to take over again on offense, out comes Cleveland. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Thrown to the sideline and incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. From the gun, Mayfield. Over the middle to Beckham. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. That's just his 2nd catch of the game. They wanted to keep him silent. They have kept him silent.
Defensive football 101. Don't let the best player on offense beat you. Take him out of the game, and they've done a great job of doing that.
And it's complete. Hooper. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down, and comfortably so as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. Rashard Higgins was the one he was looking for. And now it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
You ain't going nowhere. Check. 53.
And again, it's Mayfield. Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Browns on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Mayfield with it once more. He's going to drop this one down for Chubb. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory. At the 48-yard line. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mayfield throwing complete there to Hooper. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. From the red zone now, Mayfield.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And finding the tight end, Hooper. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a 1st down. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. His pass caught at the 4. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd goal.
2nd and goal at the Chiefs' 2-yard line.
toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off.
By the Chiefs. They'll take off.
Partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Looking downfield for Kelsey. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. It's the correct call.
And this one incomplete. So the clock stopped now with 20 seconds remaining.
At the 21-yard line.
Interesting, Mahomes wants to throw it. Flushed out right. Looking for Hill again. This time it's complete. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And here's Edwards-Helaire. They're going to keep it on the ground. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more.
But I guess when you're hot, you're hot. I mean, I would just go ahead and take the extra point and move on. But apparently they've got something to prove. Almost feels like something was said this week, and they wanted to make sure that they laid it on them in this game.
The onside kick recovered.
The 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
The Chiefs going to play on another week as we say so long, everybody. So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL.